Been a long while since I've done one of these. Instead of trying to go into a lengthy and confusing early thoughts video, I thought I'd go back to a tried and true formula. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it fun. Pros before nos, let's start it off.
Fine!
It feels good to unlock stuff in a platform fighting game, even if there are only two methods to do it. Play or pay. Playing online matches unlocks gold and experience to unlock rewards, whether they be perks, which are basically diet spirits, toast for GGs, and so on. With new challenges being added daily, which makes it slightly easier to get the tier rewards faster. It's a nice incentive for those wanting to complete the tier list, and because there's basically nothing else in the game at the time of this video, I do feel it's a nice balance of time spent with the game. Just pick it up, clear the missions, and put it down when you're done. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and makes you look forward to picking it up again tomorrow.
4!
Expect to see me return to this subject in the future, but for what it gets right with the stages, it can get rather emotional. Scooby's Haunted Mansion I find to be the best, with its collapsible floors and walls with references and "Zoinks, there's a ghost!" Tree Fort and Batcave also have collapsible platforms, but it's the music that gets me. The remix of Come Along With Me plays on all of my heartstrings. Then there's the match point thing that plays on every stage. The match point for the Batcave? Cinematic. As of this video, it feels as though some stages have 3 remixes, while others only have 1. Hopefully, more get added with a way to select which ones you want to hear more often. I could use more tears of joy.
3!
I've barely touched the other modes outside of 2v2, but there is one really cool thing that happens in a free-for-all. To make up for the lack of stage hazards, the game decides to substitute those for going straight to Smash Ultimate's sudden death. Yep, blast zones close in, making it easier to rack up points before the match ends. I would still love to have something happen from the background try to kill me, with more items than just what Bugs has, but this was a pleasant surprise. This is absolute chaos, the way a 4-player platform fighting game should be.
2!
One thing I really like about the combat in this game is how easy it is to mix it up. You have your 1, 2, 3 combos, but when you want to add a little spice to it, you can easily switch your third attack to another move. Charge, upcharge, downcharge specials, you get the point. This is great for catching your opponents off guard and reducing move decay if you have any. You're not guaranteed to get those attacks to hit, but it's good for hard reads and finding new combos with your characters.
1!
Major credit to the devs for doing what any platform crossover fighting game should do. Put in as much detail as possible. From the characters' moves, to the taunts, Batman's idle animation, victories, defeats, constantly tapping on them on the menu for them to say something while you're waiting for the match to start. But the best lines aren't just the catchphrases we love to hear. It's something that I asked for a long time ago. And I mean long, as that was over 10 years ago. Having the characters actually talk to each other. Not only do they say things to each other during the matches, but the lines at the end? Here's a few examples.
I'm Batman. Sorry, I just want to try that once.
Ooh, I can't wait to visit your fancy island, Wonder Lady.
In Ooh, you might have won, but this isn't Ooh.
You better hit the bat signal, Batman, because it's time to bat party, dude!
Holy bat victory, Batman.
Man, what is it with princesses and being total bun-whooping fighting machines?
Play again?
I can't help but love this. I'm just curious why I've only heard Finn talk to Jake and Garnet, and apparently Morty only has lines ripped from the show.
What? No, I don't want to see your Pog collection.
I know it's difficult to have lines for everyone to say to everyone, but man, that is slightly disappointing. Hopefully, they add more lines in the future. But on the topic of disappointing, let's get into that.
5!
I'll give the devs a lot of credit, especially when fixing issues right away. But there are a few more things I would like to see added to the game. An arcade mode is coming, so I don't have to worry about that. But there are times where I wish I could save the whole replay after the match. Have they said anything about that yet? Well, here's another one. I'm getting tired of being dragged down by so many other teammates that I wish I had the option to avoid teaming up with them in the future. But that's not there. You have to settle for the block option, which also isn't available to do after a match. And by the time they do show up on the previously played with list, it's been so many matches later that I forget if they were the ones that couldn't even throw a punch. So yeah, options to save replays, immediate avoid other player options, those would be nice.
4!
Holy crap, I am sick of Sky Arena! During the open beta and even now, it felt like you were always going to the stage. The music was really well done. Everything else about it is terrible! This is both Battlefield and Final Destination, and with the exception of the rocket in the background, there is nothing even visually pleasing about this stage. It's empty, it's hollow, I don't believe I see any cameos, it feels like such wasted potential, and I don't even watch the show. Some other stages feel like that too, and I strongly believe Cromulon should have been the Citadel of Rix, but at least I haven't been to them enough times to lose interest at the mere sight of them. I wouldn't have minded the stage so much if it didn't feel like 80% of the time I would be playing here. Now it's been overdone, and I can't even enjoy the remix on here. Thanks for that.
3,
The game is free to play, but I honestly wouldn't mind paying $40 for the Founders Pack. Feels like giving them a tip they've earned. And just to make sure I don't cause any confusion, I am talking about the devs who deserve the money, not Warner Bros. Discovery for the crap they did for the animated shows. Are we clear? But all those cool alts, variants, ring out effects, taunts, and anything cool is locked behind Gleamium, which is acquired by using real money. I guess I should thank you for curing me of my desire to want everything in a game. At the very least, the characters can be unlocked with gold, which takes forever to save up, but I think I'll be fine without unlocking everyone. But they just have to throw that Bugs or Jake Dance taunt in my face during load screens. I wish I could just use the gold to unlock it. I know that defeats the purpose of them making extra money, but how about this idea? If you actually did buy one of the packs, then the option to use a ton of gold to unlock that stuff becomes available. But it would be so much, the idea of spending money would still be tempting. It's just throwing ideas out there and seeing what sticks.
2,
Not the most original thing you'll hear from me. Superman and Iron Giant need some serious adjustments. It's now getting to the point where players choose Superman for a cheap, unearned win. Just look at this guy sticking to the wall and throwing players trying to spike him into the blast zone. This is very difficult to counter with certain characters. Either make it so he can only throw you upwards, or get rid of the grab and replace it with a knockback move that protects against projectiles and is very fast. That should be an easy fix. The Iron Giant? I feel bad for the fans. Getting to see this character again only for everyone to hate him. Thank you for being the reason I'm glad Ridley wasn't huge in Smash. Big hitboxes, hard to KO, a super armor mode, and a destruction mode that can be combined with the super armor mode. There was even a glitch that could do some serious damage. Thank goodness the devs caught on to that right away. So what do? I'd say make him weak in the first form, then make him destructive but slower in the second form. Until some nerfs happen, I strongly agree with Bugs here.
Hey, Tall Dog and Iron Clad, I hope you rise.
1,
What just happened? Am I in that Futurama episode where time suddenly skips forward randomly? I hear this is called rollback, and if this is what it does, then I have to say I'm not a fan. Say what you will about Smash Ultimates Online. I'll start, it's bad. But at least I don't feel like I punch thin air instead of the character. This happens way too often, even when I get a 3-bar connection. It's bad enough I'll get teammates that try to spam from a distance, costing us the match, or a teammate that doesn't even know what the word start means. But now I feel like I'm fighting time itself! I am trying not to get heated about that since I'm not playing in rank mode, but it's infuriating when your attacks don't register, but your opponent's attacks do! Well, that's it for this short list. Overall, I am having a fun time with it. My 3 favorites so far are Finn, Jake, and Bugs, and I'm trying to get better with Morty. I'll be looking forward to future updates from the game, and you guys let me know down below in the comments what you think of Multiversus so far, and I'll see you guys in another video. Later, everyone!